Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Whiteley and welcome to Golf Central on YouTube. Tiger Woods announced on Tuesday that he recently underwent his 5th procedure on his back. Woods will miss next week's Farmers Insurance Open and the Genesis Invitational. Tiger's doctors expect Woods to make a full recovery, and Dr. Andrew Casden, chief of orthopedic and spine surgery at White Plains Hospital, joined Golf Today earlier for more on the procedure.
He had a microdiscectomy. That means from the back, they make a small incision, go down to the spine, and take the pieces of the disc that are pressing on the nerve out. We don't remove the entire disc, we just take out pieces of the disc, and you can actually watch the nerve that was under pressure from these pieces of disc free up and be normal again. But the disc is not a normal disc anymore. It will never be normal, but it can be to the point that I think he can get back to golf again. It's going to take a lot of work on his part, which he's obviously done in the past, but I think he can get back.
So, doctor, you say he can get back, but how many more times can he undergo the knife? 3rd back surgery, 4th back surgery, 5th back surgery. Is there a limit on how many surgeries anyone can have on their back?
There's not a limit, but obviously at some point he'll say it's enough already and I'm ready to retire. I mean, there's no question the stress on his back from his profession is what's causing this to happen. And at some point he will say, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep undergoing surgery. But unfortunately, there is the possibility of more surgery in the future for him. But hopefully not. You just don't know.
And tee times are out for Thursday's Amex in California. Phil Mickelson gets his 2021 started in a grouping with Patrick Cantlay and Ricky Fowler. Mickelson played 20 PGA Tour events last year with 3 top 3 finishes, and George Savarikas caught up with him before the beginning of his season.
Phil, I guess it's apt that you have your Masters mask on. That's the last time we saw you. West Coast swing seems to bring out the best in you historically. Expectations for this week?
I'm excited to get back and compete. It has not been the usual long time off in the winter, and so I've kept at it and worked a little bit harder this offseason, and I'm excited to get back to play. It looks like the weather should get a little bit better for the tournament next couple of days. I'm excited for that, but I'm appreciative of the sponsors like Amex and throughout the entire PGA Tour who have really stepped up to support these events in Game of Golf, even though they're not getting the same value that they normally would, to still keep this going. And fortunately, I think there's an end in sight, right? The companies have worked so hard, a lot of the pharmaceuticals, to get vaccines out to the masses. And hopefully by this summer, we'll start to see things get slowly back to normal. And this time next year, we should be able to play and compete the way we would like to. But in the meantime, I'm appreciative of everybody stepping up to maintain it.
We look at your splits since 2018 with what you've done on the West Coast versus the rest of the PGA Tour schedule. Your best golf has been on the West Coast. Do you view the start of this stretch of the PGA Tour schedule as your best chance to not just be in contention, but to win?
So the start of this West Coast is an important time for me, the first 2 months of the year, I would say, because I will be able to see if I'm able to play and compete at the highest level, which is ultimately the goal and my desire. And I haven't been doing it consistently the way I would like last few years. I'm optimistic that some of the changes in the 2 areas that I needed to work on, which are driving the golf ball and putting, I'm optimistic that I've improved those areas and will allow myself a chance to compete. And if so, I'm going to really make a push on the regular tour and see if I can make the Ryder Cup and start working the next few months towards that. But if I don't, my love of the game of golf is to play, compete, and have chances to win, which is what the Champions Tour provided me last year. When I got to play and do well in those events, feel the fun and excitement of competing with a chance to win, as well as seeing a lot of the guys that I used to play and compete against. So that I'm not going to rule that out either, but my goal is to get off to a quick start on the West Coast. I would love to get a win or 2 under my belt, and then if that happens, I'm going to try to make a push for the Ryder Cup. And if not, I've got to be realistic and continue to do what I love, which is compete.
Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.